As we continue to explore the evolving landscape of digital entertainment, one thing becomes clear: data is at the heart of every breakthrough and trend. Our next panel discussion, Data is King, Cracking the Code of Surging Online Social Entertainment, will dive into how powerful insights and analytics are shaping the rise of online social entertainment. Let's hear from our panel of data wizards. Please welcome our moderator, Mr. Deric Wong, CEO, DJM Consulting and Global Chief Business Officer, EternityX. Welcome. And also our panelist, Dr. Bernie Wong, founder, Social Stand, Vice Chairman, Hong Kong Association of Interactive Marketing. Mr. Yannick Mahé, Head of Business Engineering, Greater China Region, Meta. Mr. Stephen Wong, Head of Industry, Global Business Solutions, Xiaohongshu. Ms. Serena Xuan, founder of Sparkfire. Welcome our moderator and panelist. And now I'll pass the floor to Deric. Deric, over to you now.
Thank you very much. Hi all, I'm Deric Wong. I hope you're having a good time today. The stage is thinning out a little bit, so hopefully we'll attract more people to come back. All right, so let's get into our panel session. So we are here to talk about data is king and decoding the search of online social entertainment. Now, when it comes to data, okay, so data is everything, but not all data is equal. Some KPIs may look impressive, but could mean very little, whereas some are undervalued, but will yield very important data signals for the success of social online entertainment. So we are here to help unveil some of these secret recipes, okay, to help you drive success on online entertainment. Now, before I dive in, I would like to invite each panelist to share some of your background. So would you like to start perhaps from Bernie?
Yeah, I'm Bernie from Hong Kong AIM, and I also do social media marketing, digital marketing things. I really love watching entertaining videos, so maybe that's something that I could share today.
Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Yannick. I work at Meta in our Hong Kong office. I've been there for, 6 years now. Really excited to be here. This is a really interesting topic.
Hi everyone, I'm Stephen, and I'm the first batch of the Xiaohongshu staff in Hong Kong team. And yeah, so have been working here for, I think 3 quarters, and happy to share here. Thank you.
Hi， 大家好，我是 Serena 宣姍姍 ，Sparkfire 的创办人。我们是一家在 AI 时代致力于重构短剧内容的分发与制作的一家新型的短剧海外平台。那我自己个人的履历，曾经也是在阿里巴巴、优酷和抖音工作了很多年，所以见证了一些商业化项目因为数据和内容产生的爆款，以及在算法驱动的时代，短视频是怎么重构内容和分发的。所以我也非常荣幸跟各位嘉宾能在此就内容和数据进行探讨。谢谢。
Excellent. So we have very good panelists here from Meta, Xiaohongshu, and Bernie from Social Stand, as well as a short drama producer from Sparkfire. Now, Dr. Bernie has often spoken about the tension between data and storytelling. Bernie, to set the stage, I would like to invite you to kind of share with us some of your recent research, key outtake in terms of social online entertainment. So
Sure.
Would you spend a few minutes?
Sure, thank you. So, good morning, everyone. I really want to tell you that I super love watching short videos, that I love even watch over 50,000 videos, short videos on TikTok and Instagram to deep dive understanding the behind the scene, how the global top 100 brands use storytelling and short videos to really outreach to reach the audience and engage with them. And it came up with a framework that I want to quickly share with you. That is actually about the word REACH. Okay, REACH stands for R, reversal, E, emotional, and then authenticity, conciseness, and humor. Among the 5 factors, actually, I used to believe that actually reversal should be the super important one. Because every story should get a hook or a twist at the very beginning. Like within the 3 to 6 seconds, Without the hook, your content might be being forgotten easily. Oh, I should say being ignored, right? Because others will simply scroll into another piece of content. It used to be that, but lately I found out that actually maybe that is emotional trigger. That is emotional trigger. Say for those short micro dramas, say take an example like a rich guy pretend to be poor and then fall in love with a girl that her family and her mother only loves money. Did you watch that type of drama? Yeah, right? You almost could guess the ending, the storyline, how it develops, but you still watch it. Yeah, you still watch it, right? This is really about the storytelling and really about the emotional trigger. That is funny. And when there is a good emotional trigger, no matter it's triggering your happiness, your sadness, or even trigger you to feel being annoyed, you will stay with that piece of content. That is so funny. And not mentioning that is a super viral short video nowadays on the platform, social media platform Threads. But that is actually a classic TV drama clips that got viral, super crazy on Threads. Did you watch that? You know it? Yeah, someone say yes. Okay, you know it. That is Xuan riding a hot air balloon in Man Feng Jiwong. You know it? Oh, it actually gives away your age. You are definitely Generation Z. I know that. Because all the Gen Z love that clips crazily, right? Because that actually really trigger everyone's emotion, right? You see how Hong Kongers really love hot air balloon and Xuan Zhe, right? So that is emotional triggering that is about storytelling. And I truly believe that the storytelling is really something, and the emotional trigger is really something super important to the digital entertainment world. And today, I guess our moderator and our panelists will be sharing a lot between storytelling and data. I believe data is actually super important. But I believe also storytelling is something that really moves a person, moves someone's feeling. So let's explore how this art and science fusions together and what makes something really entertaining and what makes really something really, or we will love it. Okay, I'm Bernie, the storyteller. Thank you.
Thank you, Benny. I really like that framework, rich. I think it kind of encapsulates everything about social online entertainment. Now, let's explore a little bit about planning and production, yeah, because I think it's important when it comes to producing a hit drama or anything like that. Now, we often say, okay, that content should start with data. Here's my questions. If we rely too much on data, do we risk killing creativity? Perhaps we start with Yannick. So, can you share with us, based on your observations, what are the most overrated data metrics that brands are looking at today? And perhaps, also kind of cite a bit about the underrated metrics that are important.
Yeah, so it's a very interesting topic in that there's a lot of levels where you want to look at it. So as first, you have data and then you have what actually happens, right? The data is the reflection of what actually happens. Jeff Bezos had this quote, when the data goes against the anecdote, trust the anecdote. So even if you see the numbers you won't go up, but people tell you something is going wrong, you should investigate that. In terms of what is the most overrated metric? Look, as a content creator, you're gonna be like, how many followers do I have? How many engagements do I have? How many comments, etc. None of those are bad metrics. It depends where you are and what you want to achieve. I think they can be overrated depending on what your goal is. So I'm not a content creator, but I do post on LinkedIn quite a lot. I'm more B2B than B2C personally. My actual end goal metric is how many startups I engage with to have a discussion about potentially helping them go further, getting on their board, etc. Yeah. Sure, I have content engagement metrics, but that's my actual end metric. I'm right now at 0. I hope to get to 1 someday. But focusing too much on the followers, etc., I think would divert me from focusing on the right people I want to reach, the right type of audience I want to go. So I should focus more on Hong Kong because that's where I'm based. I should focus more on the tech field because that's where I'm based, VCs, etc. And so if I wanted to just grow my audience, I could post, very controversial topics. That's not what I want to do. I want to go specifically deep on areas that I want because that's the metric I want. So I guess my end goal is like, depending on what you're trying to achieve. If you're a short drama company, number of subscribers, absolutely. Number of sold chapters, absolutely. Like, these are not overrated metrics. You should look at them. Your competitors who focuses on another part of the business might focus on other metrics. It's not right or wrong. It depends the end goal.
That's right. So I think having a very clear objective and strategy will define what sort of data metrics that any producer or brand should look at. Now, moving on to Xiaohongshu. Stephen, what kind of storytelling format gaining attention across Hong Kong, mainland China, or Southeast Asia? So I'm interested to know that. And the other thing is, while you're talking about what are getting hit rate, how about those storytelling format that you think or assume will get fatigue over the next 3 to 6 months?
Okay, well, I hope some of you have the Red Note installed in your phone and start using it when you are trying to search something. In general, when I share the story, when I start using the Red Note, I think, wow, there's so many long story and paragraph and articles, and there's a lot of text in the images and in the videos. Because for the past few years, we are always taught by the market or the users that we should not reduce the text in the images. Try to keep the content simple, make it direct to the users, right? But I think on the Red Note, the whole story and ecosystem and the philosophy is completely different. People look for very detailed, maybe information, stories, and the answers on the apps. So in general speaking, I think that the user behavior is changing. They add differently across different platforms. So for the storytelling formats, what I could say is that maybe focus on the Red Notes. They really look for really detailed information, and they look for authentic, neutral experience shared by other users. This is also the key success factor of the Red Notes as well. So in general, I could not tell what kind of format is going to be fatigue. But in general speaking, I would say that users being educated, they are going to create some content that are going to influence others and influence the community in a positive way, I would say. So I think what users are doing and what the content ecosystem will develop in a way that more content will be going to be more engaging, involving more people to sharing their own experience and thoughts. Yeah.
Okay, great. Let's explore the producer's perspectives as well. 您好 Serena， 请问一下，在您制作爆款短剧的过程中，你认为有哪一些关键的信号是能够让你去更准确的去推测，到底你产出的那些短剧是否能够引发一个病毒式的传播呢？
是的，其实微短剧的这个内容，它本质是在短视频的时代所生产出来的新的一个剧作的范式，所以其实它本质上是非常追寻短视频的这个数据的原则，也就是我们经常看的一个非常重要的数据，就是一个剧集的完播率。我们叫3秒定生死，5秒定付费，那就是在第一集的前3秒和5秒是非常关键的。我们一般爆款的短剧项目，其实在叙事的开头就有非常大的事件的产生，然后其实在5秒的时候，我们就要留到钩子，使得大家引发好奇。那这样第一集的完播率就会比较高。同时第2点呢，就是我们比较看互动率，因为一般短剧的付费集数是在10集和30集，那在这个过程中连续性的互动性以及沉浸式的观感非常重要，所以我们一般会在单个剧集里有3到4个的反转，这跟传统的内容是截然不同的。 然后我们可以调查很多数据，其实爆款 top 前20的内容，它剧情的钩子和内容的反转其实是普通剧集的1.8倍，所以互动性会让用户更加沉浸式的觉得啊，我实在不想离开这样的剧情，这也是我们考验的第2个指标。第3个就是在付费关键点上，我们会在9到8集的时候，8到9集的时候会埋一些钩子，然后会在20到25集的引发充值的爆点，这样我们的付费转化率会一般提升300%。所以一些关键的数据其实会很容易在剧本阶段就找到可能我们的内容有爆款的可能性。
了解。哎，那 Serena， 我想问一下哦，现在在平台 AI 算法的变现过程中，对吧？那制作者怎么可以去保持它的内容的一个竞争力和它的生命力呢？对吧？
其实数据背后其实是可以帮助我们看到用户的情绪爆点。其实数据只是反映情绪的一个内核，因为短剧它本质上是引发大家情绪的消费，比如说引发大家对这件事情正义感，或者是对它逆袭的爽感。所以我们其实是可以利用这样的数据看板去复盘我们的内容，所以我觉得创作者也可以积极用技术的手段去提升我们的复盘和创作。第二呢，我现在觉得其实微短剧刚刚开始，它还是一个比较接地气的阶段，但其实现在它已经在提升非常高的质量，已经从流量价值变成价值的引领。那一些非常好的片子和题材，慢慢也会涌入到市场上，所以也希望创作者呢也跳出自己就是这种爆款逆袭的舒适圈，去创造更多元化的内容。那第3呢，其实内容产品它还是有 IP 属性的。一个爆款的诞生，其实更意味着大家可以连续性的创作这样的内容，使得它更有 IP 的价值，也使得我们再次宣发的时候能降低宣发和发行的成本。所以其实本质上还是说，大家是否能体验和洞察到现在用户的情绪，然后捕捉到它进行创作。我觉得这个是一直不变的道理。
Sorry, can I ask a question about
Sure.
one of the first points you made about like the 3 seconds, 5 seconds hook?
Yeah.
So short drama is becoming more and more global, right?
Yeah,
It came out of China. China is a very fast-paced society. Yeah. My question is, do you see cultural differences where the hook can work longer? Like I can imagine that in France, people will be a little bit more taking their time on this, whereas in China it will be swipe, swipe, swipe until they find the right thing.
Yeah. It's totally different, actually. 我们其实我们短剧在3年前在 LA 有自己的团队，也做了很多美国的短剧内容。其实美国的 short drama 的消费是非常好的，它的付费率很高，比国内还高。但是我们可能不变的就是说，我们对数据的洞察，其实情绪和情感是没有变的，共通的。但是我们一定会本土化，比如说在美国，我们会做一些狼人啊、吸血鬼啊、复仇的题材去创作我们的内容。同时，我们也是当地的导演啊、编剧啊、演员去做本土化的内容，所以有变化，但是也是有本土化的创作。
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
好 ，OK，let's focus a bit more about promoting this social content online. So algorithm practically decides what gets seen today, right? So I think it's even more important to identify what really drives sustainability, for these social online entertainment. Now, Stephen, with reach, eyeballs on the content, increasingly about pay to play. Okay, so what is your advice for brand to strike a balance between organic and inorganic reach?
Okay, I think also referring to my last answer, on the Rednox, maybe probably some of you know that when you first open the app and you are seeing that the first default page is the explore page. So unlike some other social media platforms, so we push the content to the users simply based on what they like and what they previously search for and looking for and read for. And so let me share in this way, on the Rednox, 90% of the contents are the user-generated content. So which also means referring to my last sentence saying that the default page is the explore page, it means like the content of the page you are following, and also the brand who are investing heavily on the platform, they don't have the priorities in the whole algorithm system. So the whole algorithm system simply based on the consider according to the user experience. Like they always push our platform, and the AI always push the content with more engagement in a short period of time. So this kind of contents, we could categorize it in a really high quality of contents, which could like giving answers to the users, and also to engage the users to join together and ask questions, and to discuss about the topics. So in general, on the Rednote, we always emphasize like sometimes some brands also coming to us and asking like what kind of my content got blocked or rejected, or the performance is really poor. So what could we do? So what you are going to do is to improve your content, right? Yeah, because money cannot buy you the quality of the content. Money could buy you the clicks, but could not ask the users to like your post and to gaining interest in your post. So in general, especially on the Rednote, we think that the content is still the king. The quality of the content is still the king. So of course, it could be a burden for some new market, also include some brands in Hong Kong market. But what we are trying to do, especially our team is doing, is like to educate the team, the ecosystem, the philosophy of the platform, and how we could create some better content to engage with the user and help other users. Thank you.
That's great. Hey, Yannick, I'm interested to know how Meta is evolving its algorithm, not just to maximize engagement, but create long-term value for brands or creators alike. Are you able to share some?
Yeah, I mean, very frankly, the evolution is constant. It happens every day, so I can't tell you this is exactly what we're doing, because there's always trial and error, testing, reverting, going forward, etc. In terms of how we balance between the user value and the brand value, we've always said we make money to create great products. We don't create great products to make money. So the user is what we care about, and we will tailor what brands have to deal with for the user experience. We tend to select the ads based on how much we think the user will enjoy the ad, will be appropriate for the ad. Our AI systems are getting more and more powerful every day at making those kind of selections, making those kind of tailoring. That's good for both, right? The user liking the ad more is better for the brand, and vice versa. As we move forward, we'll probably think of it about more and more micro-tailoring on who sees what and how things are going. Blasting an ad towards a very specific demographic still works, but what we tend to advise is actually don't tell us the demographic you want, we'll find it for you, and find all the users that are going to be potentially interested there.
Absolutely, I think that's a very interesting approach. Put it out there and then let the data drive the engagement for you. Serena, 回到你这，我想问一下哈，现在咱们看到的一些全球的趋势哈，就不管是从 AI 短片混剪文化，或者是 AI 视频产出等等。那你觉得不管是制作方或者是品牌也好，那他们其实可以从这些全球爆火的那些趋势，可以得到什么学习呢？
对，其实品牌和内容的结合，现在也是一个非常快速发展的阶段。比如说，在很多的品牌也会植入我们微短剧做定制的内容。当然，其实大家慢慢也都刷到全球化的一些发展的一些形式，比如说我就刷到在 TikTok 很多美国大学生在吃内地的螺蛳粉，类似这样的内容。所以，因为其实我觉得短视频它本身是一个非常好传播、非常简洁有趣又非常有互动体验的一种形式，所以品牌可以快速的用这样的一个产品形式去抓住当地的文化，去做一些 campaign 啊、挑战赛啊。快速的建立它跟用户本身的一个信任度和粘性。那同时呢，因为短视频它其实除了去做一些内容的 promotion 之外，还有很多生态的联动。像我们之前的抖音就经常会把内容挑战赛以及销售有全链路的转化 比如说品牌可以找很多 KOC 和 KOL， 跟它的品牌调性是非常相似的，然后去发起一些很品牌化和多样化的内容。同时呢，这些内容会引出很多的流量，通过流量我们会导入品牌的直播间，或者是挂车，或者是直接带销售的转化。所以其实呢，形成了一个品效合一的商业化整个生态链路，使得品牌除了内容和品牌的传播之外，还有一些销路的打通。所以我相信短剧和短视频的逻辑对品牌是一个新的赋能和一个数字化的体验。
所以周边的那些项目其实也是能够帮到这个爆款的力量，对吧？在国内，其实你刚刚有提到 KOL、KOC， 其实还有一个词叫做 KOS， 好 ，Key Opinion Sales People， 好，这个主要是让美妆前线的人来说。好，那 OK。So let's coming back to monetization. So we've got a few minutes left, but I think this is a very core topic to address. So when it comes to monetization online or social online content, now traffic doesn't always equal to real value, right? So Stephen, I've got a question for you. So what are the monetization myths that you are seeing today?
I think in general, all the brands, they must be looking for the return on every investment, right?
Yeah.
When they are doing the campaigns, investing in any platforms, they're looking for what they could gain from that kind of investment. For so many years, they start to look at the platforms, like when they are adopting even a new platform, they have a really short-term goals, like they want to earn money or gaining the ROI as soon as possible. But like on the Rednote, we don't offer the tracking tag for the advertisers. Here's the philosophy we are emphasizing is on seeding. So the seeding means like we plant the seed in users' mind. We let the good service or good product grow in their mind through our platforms. So because in this era, I think no matter you are asking them to click to the website to buy immediately or not, they could still find a way to buy the product they like, right? When I'm looking for some kind of some brand or some services or some products I want to buy, I still find a way very easily. So what our platform is trying to do is like we try to make it a middle to long-term story. We want to build the loyalty, the likeliness of the users towards the brand and the services, so which could be a longer story for the brand and for the brand to have a longer long-term development or planning on the platforms in different medias as well.
Okay, that's great. So we're almost out of time, but let me drive this question to you, Bernie. Can you share with us, like some brands will mistake views for revenue, right? So what is your advice for businesses to rewire their funnel to turn attention into real revenue?
That's a great question. Actually, I would say attention only counts when it converts. Okay, so among all the guests that we share, I really believe that we should really understand how we have the conversion call to action things implement even before, maybe during the script writing stage, how to implement it at a very early stage, not just after the content or the deliverables conclude. So, and one interesting thing is also we need to deep dive into the consumer behavior as well. One student of mine just in 3 days ago just taught me one thing super important. Xiaohongshu, we used to believe that is for information search, right? We go Shenzhen, find where to go massage and have a good hot pot, we use Xiaohongshu as a Hong Kongers. But those Gen Z told me that they are not just use it as an information search, but they use it to buy something and also sell something. So maybe it's really something that we need to read the details of the customer behaviors.
Okay, well, thank you. Look, we're out of time, so to close these sessions, may I just invite each of the panelists to perhaps spend 5 seconds in what you see is a successful online entertainment tomorrow. So should we start with Serena?
我觉得关键是，像上一个嘉宾其实也说到，我觉得 AI 和数据其实本质还是技术。对于全球用户内心的情绪洞察和尊重，我觉得才是未来娱乐化保持长期和有效的关键点。这也是我们一直要求自己的部分。对，谢谢。
Steven?
Okay, sure. So for me, maybe entertainment is not only about entertainment. We still think of how to influence people, influence the community in a positive way. Thank you.
Yannick?
Yeah, I think for me the trend I like the most right now is how content trends are crossing borders, crossing cultures, and you can see things from every other country. And we're seeing that language is not as big of a barrier as we thought.
Interesting.
So I think data is about the past, but also prediction, right? But story could create something. So I would conclude like data could predict next week's weather, but I believe the story can really make it happen.
Exactly. Well, the data doesn't always accurately predict our weather, does it? All right, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you find this panel session useful. Thank you, panelists.